Restart, reset, and refocus as many times as you need. You are your own greatest project.
I'd like to apologize to you if I'm on this channel and I'm actually sharing information that you may already be familiar with. I am certainly not saying that I know something that you don't know. I'm only sharing what I discovered and what I experienced. And I can speak to what I discovered and what I experienced because I know the hows and the whens of my own experience. On the other hand, if you aren't familiar with this information that I'll be sharing on this channel, I'm hoping that it can become of beneficial use to you. You know, Whenever the name Bruce Lee comes up, it's really easy for people to stop listening or to simply think, here we go again. I get it. His name carries so much weight. But this isn't about idolizing Bruce Lee. It's about sharing what he discovered, which are universal truths that aren't exclusive to him or martial artists. They're available to anyone who wants to explore them. You know, think of Bruce Lee as a scientist of the human body. He discovered laws that govern how we move and adapt, just like Newton uncovered laws of motion. I followed the same path, exploring the principles through my own practice. Understanding human movement, a journey into Newton's laws and brain training. I want to take a moment to address both our new viewers or anyone that's been to this particular channel before. If you're already familiar with the concepts we'll be discussing, I appreciate your continued support and engagement. For those who are new and looking to deepen their understanding, I hope this session offers valuable insight. The brain movement connection. So, understanding movement isn't just about muscles and joints, it's deeply rooted in brain function. The voluntary movements are initiated by the brain, sending signals through the nervous system to our muscles. The body brain communication is crucial for coordinating actions and responding to our environment. Discovering science through practice. So I learned about these ideas by studying how we use tools and the rules behind them. Using tools helps us learn in 4 steps. It's first step, learning the basics, understanding simple movements. Number two, practicing more, getting better with practice. Three, mastering skills, becoming really good at movement. And four, creating new moves, making up our own ways to move. Complexity of human movement. So human movement is intricate. It's involving multiple systems that all work in harmony. Acknowledging this complexity encourages a deeper exploration of how we function. By incorporating these perspectives into your training, it can lead to a more comprehensive and fulfilling experience. Remember, understanding how you work is the first step towards mastering movement. Aligning your actions with your brain's true desires. So, efficiency isn't just about doing more in less time, it's about aligning your actions with what your brain truly desires. Most people think efficiency means doing something with less effort, but that's really only part of the picture. True efficiency isn't just about being relaxed, it's about how the brain and body work together to produce maximum results with the least wasted movement. So, how does the brain define efficiency? The brain doesn't measure efficiency in terms of speed or strength. It looks at things like energy conservation. The brain is energy efficient by design. It always tries to minimize effort while maximizing results. If you've ever practiced a new technique and felt exhausted, but later it feels effortless, that's the brain optimizing movement by cutting out unnecessary tension. Also, looking at predictability and patterns. The brain loves patterns and sequences. The more movement is repeated, the more it becomes predictable and automatic. This is why the concept of chunking works. You see, instead of remembering every detail of a strike or a kick, the brain links movements together into a single efficient motion. Speed and reaction time. The brain speeds up reactions by reducing decision-making time. When trained properly, a counterpunch isn't a conscious choice. It happens instantly because the brain has built a direct neural pathway to react. Least resistance equals maximum output. Efficiency is about reducing internal resistance. The more tension in your muscles, the slower you move. Why are relaxed fighters faster? It's because unnecessary tension kills speed. The brain knows that a tight grip, locked shoulders, or a rigid stance will slow everything down. What this means for striking and movement. The most efficient fighters don't just move fast, they move smart. They use things like chunking, breaking movements into automatic sequences. Kinetic chain optimization. No wasted motion, full body connection. Energy conservation. Only using the muscles needed, no excess tension. Predictive movement. Reading the opponent, reacting before thinking. And elastic power. Your stretch shortening cycle. Using stored energy instead of brute force. You see, the brain isn't trying to make you strong, it's trying to make you efficient. When you train the right way, power and speed become effortless. Let's talk about the idea of one unit motion, a concept that reflects how the brain and body work together in a unified, efficient way. See, the brain doesn't work in isolation. It's constantly communicating with the body to create smooth, efficient movements. When we try to force efficiency by breaking things into separate steps or overthinking, we disrupt this natural flow. One unit motion reminds us to trust the brain body connection and let things unfold organically. One unit motion. This concept describes the synchronization of your entire body to move as one seamless unit. My strikes flow naturally with no visible energy breaks. My foot pivots, hip rotation, torso twists, and arm extension align perfectly in time. Now, what's unseen is my core acts as the bridge between my lower and upper body, ensuring no loss of energy during transfer. Proper muscle sequencing ensures that power flows efficiently from the ground to the point of contact. Relaxation between movements allow for fluid transitions, keeping your body primed for continuous action. Using all of your musculature. My ability to generate power comes from the efficient use of my entire body, not just isolated muscle groups. My legs and my feet. My base provides stability and generates upward force. The pivot in my feet initiates rotation, which is key to power generation. And my core. The center of the body stabilizes and transmits force. My obliques and transverse abdominals work together to create torque. My arms and my shoulders. While delivering the strike, my arms act as the conduit, not the source of power. Relaxed shoulders allow for greater speed and a smoother energy flow. My back and my spine. My back muscles stabilize my posture, preventing energy leaks during movement. A straight and aligned spine acts as a conductor for force transmission. Key points to emphasize. Relaxation before movement. Tension slows down your acceleration. Staying relaxed allows you to generate speed and power effortlessly. Alignment prevents energy leaks. Smallest misalignments, like in my hips or shoulders, can significantly reduce the force you generate. My movements demonstrate excellent alignment, ensuring efficient energy transfer. Effective mass over raw strength. The visible impact of my strikes is due to how I apply my body weight effectively, not brute force. Continuous flow. My ability to flow from one strike to the next without resetting demonstrates the kinetic chain sequencing and energy conservation. So, physical conditioning isn't just about lifting heavy weights or running long distance. It's about preparing your body to perform at its best for the activities that matter, whether it's striking, movement, or even everyday task. This is called functional physical conditioning. Functional physical conditioning is training that focuses on improving your body's ability to perform real world movements efficiently, powerfully, and safely. It's about building strength, stability, mobility, and endurance in ways that directly support your performance goals. For combat sports, this means conditioning your body to move as one unit, to generate power efficiently, and stay balanced and aligned during dynamic movements like punching, kicking, or grappling. Why functional physical conditioning matters. Let's look at some benefits. Maximizing power output. When your body is properly conditioned, you can generate more force with less effort by engaging the right muscles in the right sequence. Injury prevention. Functional conditioning strengthens the muscles, joints, and connective tissues you rely on most, reducing the risk of injury during training or competition. Improved efficiency. By eliminating energy leaks, moments where your body is out of alignment or certain muscles aren't firing, you conserve energy and move more efficiently. Okay, so I want to talk about another concept known as distal stiffness. Distal stiffness refers to the ability to maintain tension and stability in your distal body parts, like your hands, your feet, or your lower legs, while your core and proximal areas generate power and remain fluid. Now, why this is extremely crucial: control and precision. Distal stiffness allows you to transfer power efficiently from your core to your striking limbs. For example, when you throw a punch, your hand and wrist need to stay rigid at the moment of impact to deliver force effectively. Energy transfer. It ensures that the energy generated by your feet, hips, and core don't dissipate before it reaches your target. Stability during impact. Without distal stiffness, the force of the strike can destabilize you, reducing the effectiveness of the movement and leaving you vulnerable. What are our muscles really used for? Have you ever thought about that? See, our muscles aren't just for show. They're designed to work together to create movement. Here's the key idea about muscles. Muscles don't work in isolation. They function as part of a team connected through what's called the kinetic chain. Now, the kinetic chain, this is a concept that your body is linked like a system of joints, muscles, and connective tissues. When one part moves, it affects the entire chain. For example, if when you throw a ball, the power starts from your legs, travels through your core, and finally transfers through your arm. If one link in the chain is weak or dysfunctional, the entire movement suffers. Breaking down the role of muscles. Muscles have specific roles in movement. Your prime movers, these are the main muscles responsible for a movement, like your quads during a squat. Your stabilizer muscles, these are muscles that support and stabilize your joints. Your core muscles during a plank or something like that, an exercise like something like that, right? Synergists, muscles that assist the prime movers. your glutes during the deadlift. If you understand the roles, they help you train smarter, not harder. Because it's not just about building big muscles. It's about making sure all muscles work together harmoniously. So let's look at the power of a fully optimized kinetic chain. When your kinetic chain is fully optimized, your body, as I said, moves as one unit. And this is where the magic happens. And here's why. Efficiency. So your movements become smoother and more efficient. You use less energy to perform the same task because your body is working as a cohesive unit. The power in your strikes. When your kinetic chain is strong and connected, you can generate and transfer force more effectively. This is why athletes with a well-trained kinetic chain can run faster, jump higher, and hit harder. Also, injury prevention. A balanced kinetic chain reduces the risk of injury. When one part of your body is weak or tight, other parts compensate, leading to wear and tear. A well-conditioned body distributes load evenly, protecting your joints and tissues. Versatility. You become adaptable. Whether you're lifting, running, or playing a sport, your body can handle the demands because it's trained to move as one unit. Why this makes you an extremely powerful human being. When you combine functional physical conditioning with an understanding of your muscles and kinetic chain, you unlock your body's full potential. You're not just strong, you're strong in a way that matters. You move with more power, grace, and resilience. You're less likely to get injured, and you're more capable of handling whatever life throws at you. So, in short, you become a human powerhouse, someone who's not just fit, but functionally fit. And that's the kind of strength that changes lives. Okay, so let's take a look at Newton's laws of motion and human movement. So let's take this to the next level by incorporating Newton's laws of motion. So these laws explain how force, mass, and acceleration interact. And when you apply them in human movement, you can seem superhuman. Here's how. Newton's first law, the law of inertia. An object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an external force. Looking at an application. To move efficiently, you need to overcome inertia. This is why explosive movements like jumping or sprinting require a strong, coordinated effort from your entire kinetic chain. The better you generate force, the faster and more powerfully you become. Newton's second law, force equals mass times acceleration. Application. To move with power, you need to either increase your force production or reduce unnecessary body mass, like excess fat. Functional training helps you maximize force output by teaching your body to generate and transfer force through the kinetic chain. This is why a well-trained athlete can hit harder or run faster than someone who's just strong in isolated muscles. Now, Newton's third law, action, reaction. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Application. When you push against the ground, which is the action, the ground pushes back. This is the reaction, propelling you forward. This is why proper footwork and ground contact are crucial for running, jumping, and even lifting. The more efficiently you can use these reaction forces, the more powerful your movements become.